Hello there and welcome back. In this video, we will talk about how to create a free portfolio using Wix. For the ones who don't know what is Wix, Wix is a platform that allows you to create a website without limit. Not just one website, you can create multiple websites using Wix. And it doesn't matter if you have coding knowledge or not, they would still, help you with creating the website. And you don't even require coding knowledge to do that. So how do we get started with it? To get started with it, just click on get started here or click on get started button on the top right hand side, which should take you to this page where it will ask you to enter the email address twice, the password, and sign up. When you do that, then it will ask you a few questions, like you can select the website type that you want to create and all that. If you already have an account with them, you can click on login, which should take you to this page where you can enter your email address followed by the password, and then it should take you to a place like this. You may call it the main dashboard. In here, you would be able to see all the websites that you have, like that you have created using your Wix account. You can always like modify this, or else you can always click on create new site and start creating a new site for yourself. So let's say you're here to create a portfolio, isn't it? If you already have an account with them, you can click on create new site once you have logged in to this main dashboard. So once you do that, it will take you to a page. Now, it doesn't matter if you click on that button or if you do sign up from here, it should take you to the same page where it will ask you to select what kind of website are you creating. So since we are about to create a portfolio, we will select portfolio here, and then we will click on next. This should take us to the next page where there will be more questions like what would you like to call your website? So you have to give a name to your website. I'm just going to go with John's Portfolio. In your case, whatever name you want to give to your website, you can give it. Then it will take you to the next page where it will ask you, okay, which thing do you want there on your website? Like, do you want to have a portfolio? It's built in. Then there are other features as well that if you want these features to be on your website, you can select, and those features will be available. And once you are satisfied with it, you can click on next button, and then it should take you to the next page where you will see two options. So start designing your site. You can click on begin with a template. So you will see all the options, that amazing options that you can pick from. Like there will be some designs, templates that they Wix provide to you. They have a huge library of those templates. You can decide like which is best suited for you, which one do you like, and just select from there. Otherwise, you can choose this option, which is get a custom build site. What this option will do, it will present you with some question. You can answer the questions one at a time, and then it will generate, the Wix AI will generate the website for you and will just present it to you. You can modify it. But then this option takes away the all the possibility of looking at different templates and decide by your own. So if you want to save some time and don't want to look at the template, go with this option. Otherwise, go with begin with a template. So we will go with begin with a template. Now, if I click on it, it should take me to the section where I would see all the template sets available for portfolios. I could explore. You see, this is a template that generally photographer use. You would see for different category as well. And this is for Illustrator. Again, this is for Illustrator, and then school project. You can also go to different pages and just explore which template you like. So let's say that I like this template. I can also view it. So for example, if I click on view, it should take me that how this portfolio looks like. And as you can see, it will load up, and then I would be able to see portfolio. It's still loading for me. So let's say I like this portfolio. I could, go to different section of it to see how it looks like. And let's say I like it. I could either click on edit this site, or I could, from this portfolio page, the portfolio template page, I can click on the edit. If I hover over any template or design, I will see the option for edit. I can click on edit, and then it should take me to the edit editor, we call it the template editor page, where you can basically design your template that you have selected. You would have an option to add elements there, remove or modify any existing elements. So it will take a few seconds to load up. Okay, so our portfolio has loaded up. Now you have an option to modify all the elements that you see here, but then you have to understand first thing that what is a website? Website is a collection of pages, and all the pages that is there on this specific template or website, you may call it, you would be able to click on page and you would be able to see the pages. So there are two side pages, the portfolio and info, and then you got portfolio pages. Within portfolio pages, there are portfolio collection pages and project pages. So a website is a collection of web pages, and web page is a collection of element. So any web page that you like to modify, you can simply click on pages, and here you can go to those pages and modify. Let's say if you want to add more page, you just click on from portfolio, click on manage page, and you would be able to see the page. And here you have an option to go to the settings of the page, set up SEO, rename, or even delete the page. For example, if you go to side menu, from info, we got all these things that we can do. We can duplicate it, copy it, set as homepage heights, create subpage from it. So all this way you can create more pages or delete existing pages that is there within template that you don't like to keep. So once you're satisfied with the pages, that's where you focus on like tools. You can see what tools are available. You could modify, you can take the help from these tools as well and modify the content of your website. But let's say you're satisfied with the pages and with the tool setup as well. Now the question comes of modifying it. How do you modify it? So don't get overwhelmed with all the things you see here. Think of it this way. What is a web page? It's a collection of elements. So all things you see, so the first thing that's called navigation bar, and then you got sections, all these sections. And if you look at the end, the very bottom of the website, it's the footer. So don't get confused, just go slow. Let's say if you want to modify this the first section, which is the navigation bar, definitely your name would be something else, so you could just update it here. For my case, I'm just going to go with John's portfolio, because I don't want to write Lucia. So yeah, like this way, I can just double click and I can update the name. Not just that, I can select it all and I can select the theme, fonts, and color, everything I can modify. I can even increase size. So like the way that I want, I can modify the entire navigation bar. For example, if I want to modify the navigation bar, I select on it, I right click, and I can modify that accordingly. Now let's say I want to add more elements to it. So here it says I'm Lucia. So I can update this to I'm John. So in your case, whatever you like, you can update it and write it here. I'm John, and probably pick a color, that brings into highlight. So yes, I like this color. So I can just close it then, and then I can bold it too. Okay. So now if I close it, as you can see, I'm John, illustrator and designer, Brooklyn based. So you can update it the way you like. You can make changes to the color. But let's say you want to add more text in here. How do you do that? For that, if you look at the left-hand side, there are these sections. From here, you can add multiple elements. Elements are just stuff that you could add to your website or site. Then comes add section. You can add multiple sections as well. Section is like this is one section, this is another section, and more section as well that you can add. So whatever you want to modify, you can select and it will get selected. You will see an option. If you right click, you'll see more option. But if you want to add something, you click on add elements, as we were talking about. You got add section, pages as well, site design. You can set up. You can even add apps as well. You could set up your business. You could update your media, and you can just manage the content as well. But we will focus on add element, and since we were talking about adding a text, we could click on text and go to add heading 2. We just have to click on it, and you see this will open up like that. I can just drag and drop to bring it here. I can then double click on it because it's in black. So let's say I want to change the color of it to this color. I can close it. I want to change the font size to, let's say, 105, and oh, that's too much, so let's change it to 70 to keep it under control. Okay, 70 it is. And let's say I want to update the font to Monsieur, and I want to call it John's portfolio here as well. I can close this editor and I can just write John's portfolio. Right, so I can close this as well, and then I can increase the size so that everything would be set up like this. So this way you can even add all the elements. That was just an example of tags. So you can just add other elements, like if you like, you can add image, button, stripe, decorative box, gallery. So you can just explore, and whatever you like you can add. Now if you scroll down to this section, if I click here, And if I right click here, you will see two options, manage projects and manage collections. So all the images that you see, it's basically coming from your existing project. You could click on manage projects and this will take you to the next screen where you can delete the existing projects from this template. You can add new as well. Whatever you will add, you will see those here. It's a good addition, isn't it? And not just that, you can design, you can stretch, whatever you like. You can just explore through these functionalities and create an amazing portfolio for yourself. But let's say you want to add more thing to it. Let's say you want to add a different section. So you could always click on add. And so from here, you can click on add section, not the add element, but rather the add section. And then it will ask you to add more sections you like and where do you want it. So this way you can add it. Now let's say you want to add an image just beneath John's portfolio. Can you do that? You can also do that. I can just take it to power. And I just want to, let's say I want to add some small images in here. I can click on add element. And from here, I can click on image. And whatever image that I have, I can upload the images in here, or I can, but since you will be creating a portfolio for yourself, you want to upload the images of your projects or collection. But in my case, I'm just gonna explore free Wix images. I click on show more, and then it should take me to the section where I can just search for Illustrator to get related images. And let's say that I like okay, let's say I like this one. I can click on it and I can click on add to page. And what this will do, this will then add the image to the page. Now I can just change the size like this, and I can just take it to this section, and I will see an option. For example, like I want to do some settings, I can click here and I can change, I can adjust, I can even add a link, and all these things I can do. Then I can even design it. Design means I can use different theme for it, different frame. Like if I want this to be circular, then I can, or oval, I can select it accordingly. But let's say I just want to keep it as it is. I can do that. I can even crop it, use filters, animations, links, all these amazing things that you can add, and you could make the changes accordingly. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. I probably smaller, okay, like this. So it's just, let's say this was just an example. Whatever you like, you can do that. So like this, you can go to different pages one at a time and update the things the way you like it. Let's say you have explored all the pages, you have added all these sections within all the pages, and you like it. You even have added the elements. Then what do? You have an option to publish it. So you can click on publish. In here, it will ask you to name it. So since it was a John's portfolio, there was a test name that we have been using. So I'm just going to write here, John's portfolio, but I don't have to use all this special characters. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the special character. In a case as well, you can give it a name, and you can then click on save and continue. There was another option to have a customized URL as well. You could also choose that and have a customized URL. But once you select the option, it will say your site is saved. Now I can click on done, and then I can wait for it, and it will say congratulations, your site is published and live online. I can click on view site and see how it looks like. As you can see, John portfolio. I can wait for it to load. I could, as you can see, it's just overlapping with the other section. I may probably click on edit from here. I can close it. I can click on edit, and I can update it to the best of my liking. I can also go to different section to see how it looks like, since they're like heavy elements. So that's why it's taking a lot of time, considerable time to load up the information. But the point is, you could use portfolio template like this. You can design it. You can create amazing portfolio without having the coding knowledge. Who would believe that you could create something like this without having the coding knowledge? Yes, you can definitely do that. You could even go to info section, Instagram section. You can explore different pages of your own created portfolio. So I hope this video was helpful to you and will help you in creating the portfolio. And so ensure you like the video, click on the bell icon, and subscribe to the channel so that any video we create, you get notified for the same. Thanks for watching.